On March the 6th, you will need to be getting to level 55, as that will be the new level cap. In this video, I want to go over all the different pitfalls of the rewards and what you should know about this leveling process so you can get through it nice and smoothly without any significant issues or nasty surprises. Just recently on Korea, I hit that level 55 cap, so I've just gone through that process. But be aware, these things are still open to change. So the easiest way by far to level up the fastest is to just continue your adventure codex. You're going to have chapter 11, 12, 13 and 14. You're going to have to reach required levels to continue the chapters like we had at the beginning with our initial chapters, unless they change this, which means you're going to have to do some exploration codexes, these quests, in order to get XP. Just to be aware of the amount of XP a certain task gives you, you can select the task and it shows it right here. This is 258,000. With the exploration codex, you can see that too. Select the zone, have a look at the task. This one's going to give us nearly 500,000. Totally go and do this one if you can, but that's like a dynamic event. And also be careful, a pitfall is to end up doing a codex that does not actually reward any XP, like Birken Manor for example. So just check which ones are available to you and go for the tasks that give you the most. And then as soon as you can, hop back to the adventure codex. So that's it, super simple, right? Well, no. Unfortunately for some, it's not all just about killing enemies. There's going to be some mechanics you're going to need to learn as you play through. You can absolutely pause the video here, leave a comment and leave it spoiler free. But I'll talk you through some things that will make it far easier for yourself. The first thing that you might struggle with is a bit of a jumping puzzle. You're in front of a barrier that you cannot pass, the NPC creates a grapple point, and you just need to go and jump on these pipes, jump across here, don't get pushed off like I did, and you simply fly over the barrier. You'll go back up there again, but this time go through this passageway, and now it gets quite a bit more tricky. You have to get over there to that lever. So you just jump down here, then get boosted up and fly onto this platform. Now you can make your way onto these pipes. You're gonna have to morph to get under this pipe, wait for those jets to finish, and then go and run across. Then you wait on this little puff thing, and then you fly over onto the platform. From here, you simply go around, and you're gonna have to walk across these, and then jump between them. Wait for the jets for the correct time. You get to this last section, you simply go on top of this one, you wait for it to push you up, and then you glide over to the objective. If you have some lag like me, well, we couldn't glide properly, ping spike, and we end up in the lava. You're gonna die here unless you can get out quick enough, or you have a morph which allows you to swim in lava. So I had to repeat that all again, but we got there the second time. And there is an exploration codex which you'll need to do that again, and you'll get an amatoy. In terms of the difficulty with regards to killing enemies, you don't have to worry at all. I did this on a very scuffed character. There's only 2,600 combat power, skills are mostly green and blue, and I did not have this tier 2 gear starting out. I had like a bunch of field general stuff that wasn't even leveled, none of it's traded, hence the such low combat power. So you can pretty much jump straight into leveling up to 55 after you've hit level, say 50. These enemies don't have that whole amount of hit points. This boss has only like 120,000. This one in particular, just try and make sure you stand behind these pillars so that you basically will break his shield. You'll stun him, that shield will go, and you can actually deal damage to him, and you don't get wrecked. There was another boss fight here against Clay, which I did struggle quite a bit, but once you figure out that you can move away from his area mechanics, you're going to have a much easier time. And also, if you can just time your Q blocks. With my completely variable internet, Q blocks is a bit rough. Make sure you have enough health for this mechanic. If you don't block the Q block, you end up going in the air and taking a bunch there. And then this mechanic where he goes to the middle, he's going to put these orbs, which you're going to have to like either orientate yourselves correctly so that you don't take damage from the areas. You'll see each of them take turns exploding. And we got stunned there and got hit by a whole bunch of them. And we nearly ended up wiping this raid. You do have an assistant who can give you a bunch of shield, but if that's not timed correctly, you can end up just dying. So the best strategy I found with this later on is to simply run away. When he goes to the middle to do that phase with the orbs, you can simply fight him like off here. You don't need to be anywhere near those orbs. You can see we finished this chapter and we obtain like some tier 2 gear. But this is going to be like resistance stuff. Pretty much just going to obtain it for the traits. Maybe 1 or 2 builds will need it. From there you're going into like these mansions, these like manors. Vampire lairs basically. This boss can give you a bit of trouble as it did me. But basically these circles are going to appear and you just kind of want to kill the archers that appear within them. And otherwise fight the boss at the edge of the arena. Then you're not going to aggro those archers on the other side and you actually don't have to kill them. Like you see these circles come up, an archer pops. These are the ones who are going to deal the most damage to you. Get rid of them and continue to beat on the boss. But again, relatively squishy and you're going to like nearly one-shot this dude if you have a reasonable build. Another fight was against Hela. She has a shield mechanic and you have to go to the matching color to break the shield and interact with it, and then she gets stunned. And if you do that, it's very easy. Now once you get to the Crimson Mansion, you're going to have a bit of a puzzle. You have to make this knight here look like the one from the picture. If I'm honest, I kind of just stumbled through this one. But see the knight and then the knight here. You have to give him a sword and a shield. You simply have to give him the shield that's closest to the door, the right side one. Interact with it, that disappears from the table, and you interact with the knight and it gives it to him. And then you get the item from the chest. Then you have to open this door and you simply have to match what's on the picture, the orientation of the 2 knights. They will turn like this. You simply need to rotate them so that they face each other. They face the hallway basically. And then the door opens. Your next puzzle is this picture. You're going to have to orientate these statues to match the depiction of the picture. So you simply rotate the snake once. You rotate the bird sideways, just so it's like this. And then you also need to rotate this one so it's facing the opposite way. And then rotate the wolf 3 times. So it's facing this way. Puzzle solved. Opening the flower should be fairly straightforward. To then read the description on it. You will then enter this creepy dungeon area. You're gonna have to kill a bunch of guys and ultimately activate this lever. So you'll kill one of these mobs. When you do so, you get like this aura around you, which allows you to walk through these vines and interact with that lever. Then you beat up your boss. It's fairly straightforward. And you have to beat the end boss, this guy. Just don't go in the red areas, try and Q block as much as you can, and ultimately you'll be perfectly fine. The tragic story comes to an end and husband and wife are reunited as ghosts, as you ultimately killed both of them. But the son lives on, and you manage to cure him of his ailments. And ultimately, you'll take away a decent amount of rewards and unlock new content. Level 55 comes with the new co-op dungeons, the 3-star ones. We don't know which ones we'll get, as they'll most likely drip feed them. So we'll get 1 to start, then maybe 2, and a few weeks later 3, etc. We also get the Battleground, Nebula Island. You have limited playtime within there, and it's mostly a PvP area, and there's 1 PvE area. You need to do like activities, beating up bosses to ultimately take away some pretty valuable rewards. Level 55 does give you 5 more stat points, which you can allocate to your attributes. The rewards themselves from, say, the Adventure Codex, it's mainly going to be, like some powder, crystals, skill books, growth stones, and the end rewards is usually a bunch of trade unlock stones, like 20 here. Chapter 13 gives another 30 here, with finally some more skill growth books. And you do get a chest with a tier 2 headpiece of, say, resistance. And then chapter 14 will give you like 50 trade unlock stones, and the Exploration Codex will have some rewards as well. More growth stones, skill books, potions. We'll get like an Amatoy here, a Glide Morph here, with also a Guardian, a Swim Morph, another Amatoy, this Amatoy as well, another here, and a Swim Morph here. In the Crimson Manor, you'll get a Guardian, and that's about it. I did get this pretty sick Guardian though as well, just while leveling up, which you'll probably see as the thumbnail. That's this guy from Birken Manor. In terms of trait unlock stones, we will actually get like 200 just for trading in these essence tokens here, but we don't have either yet. But once again, thanks for watching. I hope this helps when the update drops in less than 2 weeks on March the 6th. So we'll see you guys all around. Goodbye for now.